Today, I would like to bring attention to the unfair lynch law put on the blacks. Have you ever been treated unfairly? Have you ever been attacked by a lot of people for an unknown reason? Have you ever not had the chance to speak on your behalf when being accused of something? If you have ever experienced one of these actions, then you probably already know that it is a bad feeling and an unfair feeling. This lynch law promotes mobs being allowed to attack, injure, or kill one without a proper trial. This law is a lot like bullying, except way worse. The Ku Klux Klan, otherwise known as the KKK, promotes this lynch law. They often dress in robes, trying to resemble a ghost-like figure. I've seen these figures only a few times over the newspaper, and know a lot about them because my uncle died due to their hatred crimes. Their sole purpose is to disturb or injure any blacks that they could. They consistently interrupted church gatherings and any place where a large amount of blacks gathered. The KKK have been in newspapers and in parades. They weren't worshipped by the whites, but their sole purpose of making these efforts is to get others involved and to inflict harm upon African Americans. One incident occurred with the KKK, which was when they, all dressed up of course, went to jail and captured over 100 prisoners. They then lined them up on a fence and beat them repeatedly. After doing so, they then proceeded to attempt shooting them to death. Only 8 were killed, but many were injured. This mob, which followed the lynch law, soon were dying of its lack of power, but a movie called Birth of a Nation, which came out only a couple months ago, 1915, was soon being watched by all citizens, making over $18 million. It regarded the white and black relationship, saying the stereotypical view that all blacks were after white women and were up to no good. Many whites liked this interpretation, and of course, the blacks did not. However, this movie refreshed the rage whites had on blacks, and therefore gave the KKK more power unknowingly. This power led to more injustices made by the Ku Klux Klan to blacks. Their reign of terror had begun once again. The government should have stopped these unexpected killings and injustices rather than promoting them through newspapers and public occasions. Georgian B.H. Hill claimed rudely that some of these outrages were actually perpetrated by the political friends of the party slain. He went so far to say that even the blacks hated each other. This is wrong, and if the government did not want any revolution and for blacks to boycott and create a militia, they should have stopped these crimes at once. The government should intervene and not teach future generations to kill or start war. In order to prove a point, there are more alternatives, and black people are just like any other white man. Imagine a world where everyone was equal and could live peacefully, regardless of their skin color.